Hey y'all, it's Tamara and I'm back with another video. As y'all can see by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a volume set. Basically just giving y'all tips and tricks if you are a beginner lash artist. So right here I already started on my client and I'm just filling in her corners. I had already did her outer corners. Basically the way I lash is I start from the outer corners, then I go to the inner corners. Everybody does work different, so you don't necessarily have to start like this, but I recommend everybody basically just work with what's best for you. But I basically just was filling in her corners. So the lens that I did use, which guys I didn't map, I'm so used to, like, I used to map, guys, but I stopped mapping because I don't be thinking I be needing to map no more. So basically, like I was saying, you just work with what's best for you. But the lengths that I did use in this set was 14, 16, and 18. Those are the lengths that I used. 14 in the corner, 16 in the middle, and 18 on the outside. We were kind of going for like a hybrid volume look. So, we always start from short to long when it comes to those hybrid looks. Or say, for instance, a cat eye, small to big. I would recommend when you're doing volume sets, I would use the diameter of 0.03. Those are the diameters that I do use when it comes to my clients coming to me and they want a volume set. I always go with the 0.03. So right here, when it comes to isolated, you just attack that lash until you get it by itself. As you can clearly see, I'm attacking that lash and I got it by itself. And yeah. One thing that I did learn when it comes to doing lashes and it comes to making a lash set, you guys do not have to lash every lash when it comes to doing lash sets. Like, your client can want volume, your client can want classic, your client can want anything, but it's so many natural lashes. You don't have to sit up there and lash every lash. I feel like when I did do that, when I first started doing lashes, that's where my time went, basically. Like, all my time was 6 hours on the set, and of course it's going to take you time, especially when you're first starting out, but it took more time than you would expect because you're sitting there trying to lash every lash, y'all. So don't try to lash every lash because there's so many natural lashes. As you can clearly see, my client lashes are healthy. She has a lot of natural lashes. I didn't sit up here and lash every lash, but I did majority of her lashes. So when you do a majority, that's fine. Now, of course, when we isolate, we're always placing our false lash at least 0 to 0.5 to 1 millimeter away from the lash line, meaning away from her skin, away from almost touching her skin. We're basically just applying our lashes the correct way. I definitely prefer, when it comes to isolating, I would prefer you to use a 90 degrees tweezer with a curved down tweezer. I feel like curved down tweezers are the best tweezers to use when it comes to trying to get that lash by itself. It's pretty self-explanatory. As you can clearly see, I'm able to get that one lash by itself, and I'm able to apply that lash right on that lash by itself away from the skin, just to get a good volume look. Right here, I'm just going to finish up and fill in her corners with my 14s, and then I'm going to speed it up and I'm going to come back. Now that I am done filling in her corners and her outer corners, I'm going to start filling in what we have left, which is our middle part of our eye. Like I said, we were using 14, 16, and 18, so we're going to go ahead with our 16s and go ahead and fill it in. Also, I did want to say I'm using a C-curl on her lashes with a diameter of 0.03. It's good to use the diameter of 0.03, like I said, because their base is going to be skinny. And when you're doing volume sets, you don't want to have a 0.05 or anything more than that just on your client's lashes, because it will be heavy and it will also cause your lashes to then again stick together because they're so thick at that base. So using a 0.03 will save you so much time from stickies and stuff like that. So in the meantime, while I fill in the middle part of her lashes, I will come back once I'm finished. So you don't always have to do this, but this is a little tug on the lash wouldn't, it wouldn't hurt, just so that you can make sure that lash is intact, as y'all can clearly see as I was tugging it. Now that I'm finished with both of my clients' lashes, now I'm taking regular tape, which I do not recommend you guys using regular tape. Any tape is good to use, but I recommend Next Care blue tape. So right here, I'm just taping up her lashes, moving them out the way so that I can see her lashes that she has left that we're going to place lashes at. This makes it easier. I recommend doing this if you're a beginner lash artist, because this will save you so much time, and it'll also make it less frustrating, because I know I was once that lash tech, and I know it was taking me time and time just to finish those lash sets. So with this method, you should be able to see the lashes, apply the lashes, and if you want to do another method, you can tape up those lashes as well. Now I am just going in with my tweezers and I'm combing out them lashes, just pulling them out so that I can see them and they're very visible. Here I am just going in with another layer of lashes. I'm going to finish up this second layer on both sides of my client's eyes, and I'm going to be right back. Now that I am finished with both of my clients' eyes, you guys can clearly see I isolated. I did both of the layers using the tape up method. This is a bonder that I'm actually temporarily using until my bonder gets here from my brand. So I just go in with my swab and I put it on there and I just apply it to my client's lash set and let her hold the fan so that it dries as I'm applying it. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my client bottoms. She wanted like a full bottom look, so the lengths that I did use with her bottoms was the lengths of 10 and I mixed them with 7. I like to make sure my client's eyes aren't open, but they aren't closed as well either. This is going to help because you don't want to be applying bottoms and your client's lashes are getting stuck to the bottom lashes. So that's why you see my 4 pieces of tape. Of course, we already had our top part of our eye taped, but I just went in and added 2 more pieces of tape on each eye on the bottom so that I can make sure my client's lashes and eyes is not getting stuck. Also, make sure that you're as well letting your client hold that fan and you're using a sensitive glue for her bottom lashes. The curl that I do use for my bottoms is a J curl. The diameter that I use is a 0.10 or a 0.15. Those diameters are best for bottoms and the curl is best for bottoms because you will always get a bottom look when it comes to using those diameters and those curls. This set actually took me 2 hours to do. So dark and so fluffy. And that's the end of this video, y'all. I really hope that I was able to help you all, especially if you're a beginner lash tech. I really hope I was able to help all lash techs with tips and tricks. If you like this video, please leave a comment down below with more lash content that you guys want to see from me.